Let's go! Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids, too sweet sound for the click.
But you don't work there.
I feel like I need a shower just looking
Gotta
at
get
you.
right.
What the fuck does that mean?
Next on the prince. They ain't been the same ever since.
What?
Living pretty
We
well
cut
on
the hand off the
cherry.
You're gonna be single for the rest of your life.
Brock Lesnar on the beast.
Look at the heat.
Sleep flex on
Look
the
at the
beat.
heat.
Whole new swag with a pass on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level got
I get no bitches.
Bring it down 10 on the daily. Feeling like Gresh unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, and everybody in between. Welcome to a special post-show edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is your 2023 post-show review for WWE Elimination Chamber that just took place 30 minutes ago. It literally just wrapped 30 minutes ago. Joining you, as always, is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh, and typically joining me as a co-host, but the advertised co-host that was here or was supposed to be here, he is forever tardy, not responding to anything. So the show must go on, but we got a lot to talk about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the Elimination Chamber live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, which was headlined by the emotional main event of Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Sami Uso no more. The Honorary Uce no more for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. And yo, today's episode might be, or this post show might be a little short because, well, we still got the battle at the Valley going down with Mercedes Moné challenging Kairi for the New Japan Women's World Championship. So that show's going on. Fight, fix your shit. Because it was glitching in the beginning because I was watching Elimination Chamber and I was trying to watch Battle at the Valley, but Fight was glitching. I don't understand why New Japan is still doing business with Fight, but hey, we here. So this episode will be a little short because usually it's long because I have a co-host or somebody to vibe off with, but I got some thoughts that we're going to talk about and we're going to keep the ball rolling, and hopefully you guys enjoy the show the same. But if you see that QR code right there, I'm pointing the wrong way. If you see the QR code right here, make sure you scan that so you can subscribe to the Gresh Unleashed podcast over at www.gressunleashed.com, so that way you can get up to date with everything that's going on with new episodes, new audio drop, no new audio porn for your, I don't know if I should say that on YouTube, but new audio, I guess you can say, substance for your weekly drive or your weekly commute to wherever you have to go, especially on tomorrow, because tomorrow is Sunday, tonight is Saturday. But yo, we got a nice show for you, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get really started, because we got a lot to talk about, especially that main event, because that main event was red hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna front to you. I'm not gonna say the Elimination Chamber event as a whole was the greatest thing I've ever seen, because there was a few duds in there. That was on the Brock and Bobby match. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that for sure. But I'm not gonna bore you guys too long with this intro. But before that, really quick, I have to give the winner of the speed round preview and predictions, because we do this every I guess you could say premium live event or pay-per-view, because I believe the next pay-per-view is Revolution, so we're gonna probably do that as well. But for this year's speed round preview and predictions, winner for this particular event is a two-way tie, because this time we had myself, Swella, as well as Highlight partake in this this speed round preview and predictions, and it was a two-way tie between Swella and Highlight, because that Elimination Chamber and the Brock and Bobby match literally fucked everything up for me. So we're gonna talk about that, but before that, really quick, got a few house notes for you. For those of you who already knew or are already in the know or trying to know, we have, excluding this live show post review, the video format of our regular podcast has a new home over at patreon.com/GreshDigital. It will be available for all tiers starting at $1. If you're the person who likes to watch podcasts, that will be your place to go. But as far as everyone in general, the show will be available wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, the what if / fantasy booking videos are coming full swing back to the Gresh channel as the road to WWE 2K23 picks up. So make sure you're subscribed to the Gresh YouTube channel by searching at It's Gresh or youtube.com/Gresh Digital Media. Speaking of which, the Gresh/Highlight Rhea freestyle collabs are picking back up this year as well, with the most recent one dropping, or it has just dropped, by none other than the man who was screwed out of the United States Championship by Logan Paul. It is none other than Seth freaking Rollins. His title, Burn It Down, is available on my YouTube channel. The snippets have been posted everywhere from Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok and Facebook. So make sure you guys check that out as well. So without further ado, let's talk about that main event for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. It was Roman Reigns defending. He was in enemy territory, if you will. He was defending the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship against the Honorary Uce No More Sami Zayn. And shout out Swella in the chat. She can't be here live, but she is most definitely checking out the pod. Shout out to her. She enjoyed the main event. I did as well. That main event had the emotion. It was 40 minutes of pure emotion for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. And man, I'll tell you right here, right now, obviously the verdict is in. Roman Reigns successfully retained the title, but the emotion was there from the jump. This man literally walked into a sea of literal and utter boos. This man, you heard "fuck you, Roman" within 2 seconds of this man's music play. He came out first. He let them know that I like what Corey Graves said. He let them know that, hey, this is my yard. I'm gonna let Sami come out here and see the big lion in the den controlling the yard, and that's exactly what we saw. So shout out to the storytelling on that front, and shout out to Samantha for that ring announcing, because when she introduced every single person, it was crazy. Yeah, like you said, they it was epic. Yeah, like you said, it was literally it's intros aside. They had the intros. They had like Roman showing up, Sami showing up, and then it was literally 3 minutes of them not touching, and the crowd was tuning into Roman Reigns. It was "fuck you, Roman." Roman sucks. You can't. No, they didn't never say you can't wrestle. But they were just literally in the nuclear heat. This was literally, in my opinion, this was literally Roman Reigns post WrestleMania 33 levels of boos and heat and chants. Sami was obviously the underdog. He got the entrance back. It was insane. So shout out to them for real, for what they accomplished with this entire, just the entire intro alone. But the match itself, insane. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to give you a full breakdown. You guys can check it out for yourself. But I will tell you this right here, right now. Roman Reigns is the ultimate menace to society, and I'm loving every single second of it, because that man literally was taunting Sami's wife and family right from the entrance. That man was literally taunting and literally building anticipation for Sami to finally whoop his ass, and it was chef's kiss. He was like, "I want you. I loved you. He turned on me. It wasn't the other way around. He turned on me. I was trying to help you and your family. So why are you mad at me?" So Roman, being his manipulative self, as always, hilarious stuff. And then the meat of the bone picked up once it hit 38 minutes, because we had 2 ref bumps. So you already know, once you saw 1 ref bump, shenanigans was about to begin. So Roman, my guy. The rumor was the Usos couldn't get into Canada because of past history. We saw both Jimmy and Jay. Both Usos was there. They got the clearance. So for those who got the Jimmy Uso can't make it over to Canada jokes, it's dead. It's over. Move on. But yeah, Jimmy Uso came out. He assaulted Sami Zayn, lit him up, and then Sami fought back, and Roman was about to win, but nope. Sami kept fighting back, because those pinfalls, I kept biting every single pinfall. I'm like, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Crazy. And then Jey Uso, the moment of truth. What was he going to do? He came out and he literally stood between Roman and a steel chair. And Roman gave him the same ultimatum that he gave Sami. Will you strike him? Strike him, strike him. And I'm like, Roman, why are you turning your back on another man with a steel chair? You just want to get hit in the back. That's what I'm understanding, Roman. Roman, do you just like to get hit in the back with a steel chair? Because that's the third time you turned your back on somebody with a steel chair. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Big Oos? Come on now. But obviously Jey was hesitant. Roman started pie facing him, and the crowd was like, whoa. But then Sami made a mistake when he hit a spear accidentally on Jey Uso, and that set up Roman to hit his own spear. You say at least he turned around. Yeah, at least he turned around. That's what I'm saying. He turned around. He was smart this time. He turned around. You thought Jey was gonna hit him for a second. Yeah. He thought about it. But hey, so Roman hit a spear on Sami, and that was the match. That was your main event. Roman Reigns successfully retained the Undisputed Universal Championship against Sami Zayn. And here's my honest thoughts on it. I enjoyed every single freaking second of that match. The match was insane. It was crazy. Roman was playing the narcissistic prick to a T. It was literally chef's freaking kiss. I was going ham on Twitter like I always do. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me at Josh Gresham RLG on Twitter. I literally live tweet all these shows with jokes and whatnot. But man, I am telling you this right now. The story isn't Roman versus Sami, Roman versus Cody. It's Roman versus Jey. The story started with Roman versus Jey, and it's going to end with Roman versus Jey. Will it be with the titles on the line? We don't know. It could be more, because I feel like I'm in the camp of this is getting bigger than the title. This is getting bigger than the Universal title. This is personal. So if they want to put the titles on Cody, let them. But it got to run it back to Roman and Jey has to go down to Detroit when they go to SummerSlam. That has to be your main event. And if this for a title, like if they keep Roman with the Universal title, like if they finally decide to just freaking split the titles and let Roman keep his Universal title and let Cody keep or win the WWE title on a technicality or something, cool. But that has to be your final nail on the coffin. Like they can go one or two ways. I feel like, and this is a bold prediction, they can go one or two ways. They can have Roman versus Jey. No, they can have Roman lose the Universal title, the Undisputed Universal title, and have him go on a little mini break until SummerSlam where Jey takes over the bloodline. And then and then after a while, Roman comes back and takes what is his. So he loses the titles and he loses control of the bloodline and let Jey take over for a bit to see how it goes. It's going to be rocky. It's going to be a little rocky because let's be real, Jey is going to try to find his footing. And then by the time he finds his footing, Roman's going to come back and want to claim what is his. So, and then that sets up for SummerSlam. That's one way. Another way is have Roman keep the Universal title for over 1,000 years. 1,000 years. Let it be 1,000 years, 1,000 days, and let Jey be the one to take the titles off him. So that means Cody loses at WrestleMania. He can afford a loss. That means what you call it. That means the Usos lose their titles to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and then it leads to Jey finally snapping on Roman and be like, "This is it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of you bull BSing me around. I'm tired of you." But that's what I'm saying. Cody, I just said that. Cody, I said, I feel like if they don't go the first one I just said, the second one is Cody loses. So that means Jey and Roman is your main event at SummerSlam for the Undisputed Universal Championship. It'll be a full circle type thing because that'll be 3 years of Roman Reigns as Tribal Chief. SummerSlam 2023 will be 3 whole years with Roman Reigns as Tribal Chief. That's a full circle moment if they want to go that route. So that means people on Twitter got to get over the fact that now you good. That means you have to get over the fact that Roman is still champion and just get behind Jey taking the title off him. And when they finally do, then Roman can take his sabbatical and just be done with it. But That's your main event. After this, like, and then I said it on Twitter. After that ending where they had Kevin Owens come out and save Sami Zayn from a beatdown from Jimmy Uso, because Jay didn't get in on the fight. He got a spear and you ain't see him for the rest of the night. But I see, it's like I don't see the end of Sami Zayn in the world title picture. That's what excuse me. That's why when I was on Twitter, I saw someone post, they said, if you were Triple H, how would you handle the outcome of this? He already did the first half that I said. Roman retains, but I would never put Sami Zayn in the mid card ever again, because Sami Zayn is too talented to be slapped right back into the mid card. That's just me, in my opinion. He needs to be in the main event picture going forward. And I mean, he needs to be a priority. He needs to be the top dog, because this is a once in a lifetime feeling. I don't like to brag, but I'm bragging away because that's who I am. I literally have a lot of wrestling fans who lapsed wrestling fans who watched the video, because I did a what if video of this match. And they said they literally watching this match. They watched this match because of that video that I put out. So it's there. If a story is good enough where people are invested to where they want to mock this shit and actually invest in it and predicting it, fantasy booking, and it makes sense and it's emotionally charged, you good. Sami Zayn, after tonight, like the way this man was acting and the way this man was feeling himself, you cannot put this man back in the mid card. He should never be going after the Intercontinental title match. I mean, he can, but it's like he needs to be a priority. He needs to be the top dog. He needs to be a top dog. So that means if you split the titles and he eventually wins the title, go for it. The story is actually pushing him in the main event bracket even more, and he's great. That's what I'm saying. Sami is no slouch. Kayfabe aside, El Generico is no slouch. So what they do going forward is all up on Triple H. Whatever the hell he do going forward, it's up to him to literally keep Sami in the picture. All right. Let's move on. Before we move on, let me know your thoughts. Like, do you guys agree with what I'm saying? Do you think Sami should remain in the picture? Do you think he should just stay to the mid card? I want to know you guys' thought. Let me know as you hit that subscribe button when you use that QR code right there in your top right corner. Next up, we might as well talk about it, and that is this one right here, the women's Elimination Chamber match. Asuka versus Raquel, Rodriquez versus Liv Morgan versus Natalya versus Nikki Cross versus Carmella. That match slapped. They was cooking. I'm not gonna lie to you. They was cooking. Asuka was obviously your winner, because Liv Morgan and Natalya kicked off the action, and the women immediately began using the structure to like, they literally was just using this shit up. That was literally their gimmick. They was using everything about it. They gave everybody, they cooked everybody, they let everybody eat in both Elimination Chamber matches. But this one specifically for the women, I gotta give the women praise. They both was cooking in this match. I had my expectations. I think the reason why a lot of these matches cook is because I had my expectations low. And that's how I always try to watch my wrestling. Like, have low expectations, because you're going to expect it to be like, it's going to either be really good or really shit. And this was really good. But it came down, and shout out to Liv Morgan for being the MVP, because I believe they had her pass out instead of tapping out. So they're basically picking her up. What's up, Golden One? I see you in the chat. What's up with you? Appreciate you for stopping by. But yeah, they had Liv Morgan pass out, and she was in the chat. She was doing her thing. Shout out to her. And they let, because I saw a lot of people ask the question, like, why is Natalya always in this match? Like, why is Natalya always in these matches? People need to, like, her character aside, people need to respect Natalya. Natalya is everybody's, I guess you could say, their foundation. They call her the boat, but I feel like they should call her the foundation. And the reason why I say that is because every match that she's in, it always goes off without a hitch, because she keeps everybody well balanced. She keeps everybody, like, nothing goes off of her and Piper Niven. Those are the two people who lets everything go off without a hitch. And I'm looking at Battle at the Valley right now. Eddie Kingston is out now, so the winner of that match, the loser of that match can never wrestle New Japan Pro Wrestling ever again. But she's literally, like you said, she's the glue that holds the match together. She literally, like, she was in the, like, whether she's in the Royal Rumble match, Elimination Chamber match, six-pack challenge, whenever she's in it, she's in there. So that's what I'm saying. I will, like, character aside, like, I don't know what they doing with her character. I can never really get invested in her character like that. It's been like that for years. Even when it was the Divas era, I could never get into Natalya's character. But one thing I can always get into and respect is her in-ring work. She knows how to show up and show out when that bell rings. And that's what I can respect about people like Natalya and people like Natalya. So shout out to Natalya for holding this match together. Shout out to Nikki Cross for being crazy. Has she ever been? Yes, she just came back from a nose injury. So she's been injured. But she when she's away, you can tell when shit hits the fan because she's pretty much the glue in the locker room. But oh yeah, Nikki Cross was being crazy. It can't be a match without her doing dives. Raquel Rodriguez, she was all right. Like I didn't hate her in this match. Like, nobody felt out of place in this match. Carmella was they gave everybody something to eat with. Like, everybody had a fork in the meal today because they was able to cook. Like, shout out to them. Shout out to everything and everyone going on. And last but certainly not least, I got to give a shout out to Asuka. And Dark Asuka, Kana, whatever you want to call her, she is a whole lot of beast. I was about to say something else, but I had to keep PG a little bit. But she's a whole lot of beast. Mela was doing her thing, which surprised me. Yeah, like I'm saying, they gave everybody something to do. This was literally I believe Deontay DDJ, shout out to him. He literally said this was like a takeover. Like, certain matches you can tell it felt like a takeover back in the black and gold era. So when you give the wrestlers a chance to shine, magic can happen. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you give them a chance to shine, they will show up and show out. And every person in this match, no one stood out, no one dragged it, nothing dragged long in this match. I appreciate it. I respect the hell out of it. Whew, that's all it is. And obviously, Asuka is your winner, and she is going to face the one and only EST of the WWE, Bianca Belair, for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. And all I will say is we are about to eat. We eating, ladies and gentlemen, we are eating at WrestleMania. We are eating because we get the match, because I originally wanted Bianca and Rhea Ripley. I don't know what they're doing with that, but we got another cook, another banger in the kitchen, and that is this match for the Raw Women's Championship, live Saturday or Sunday, whichever one they're going to give it to is going to be for the Raw Women's Championship. The EST Bianca Belair versus the Empress of Darkness. I'm gonna call her that, the Empress of Darkness, Asuka, for the Raw Women's Championship. I tell you one thing, I got like 4 memes out of that main event. I feel that. And one of the memes, I'm glad you mentioned memes, because I'm pulling up pictures as we speak as they release for the video format. But it's like, we got to talk about that opening shot. Like, shout out to Public Enemies podcast for capturing this shot right here that I'm about to pull up right now. Shout out to them for capturing this shot or screenshotting this shot, and that's this one right here. Roman Reigns. If Roman wins, we riot. This is where I call cap, because it says if Roman wins, we riot. Y'all literally were stunned. Y'all did not riot. Y'all did not riot. I call cap. Y'all did not riot.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Cap talking about, oh, if Roman wins, we're gonna riot. Sit your ass down. You ain't rioting nothing. Boy, y'all was more stunned than anything. Y'all was so stunned, y'all didn't know what to do. Y'all was so flabbergasted. Oh, if Roman wins, we riot. You ain't rioting shit. Only thing you gonna riot is you gonna eat yourself to sleep. You gonna eat all your mama's ice cream, and you gonna go take yourself to sleep. With Roman wins, we riot. Y'all, this ain't one night stand. Y'all ain't finna riot because y'all was stunned. Y'all was quiet. Y'all was quiet. No. Y'all, nah, I ain't nah. Next time I see someone say, "Well, we win," if someone wins, we riot. No, that's not about to happen. And also, shout out to Roman for pulling this, because Mans was literally blowing a kiss at another grown man. That's fighting. That's fighting. You fighting, bro. Between this and the Elimination Chamber, we fighting. I'm in my groove now. This is supposed to be a 2-man show, but I'm in my groove right now. Yo, we fighting, son. You got that one too? All right, that's what I'm saying, man. But yeah, shout out to that women's Elimination Chamber match. They cooked, and then I guess we got to talk about it. We got to talk about this match. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley 3, the rubber match. You want my unfiltered thoughts?
Go to hell. 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 Go to hell.
What was this? What was this match? You want me to know what happened? Because for those of you who don't know, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley ended in a disqualification. Bobby Lashley defeated Brock Lesnar via disqualification. And you want to know my initial thought?
Wait a damn minute. What?
What the hell was that? What in the entire hell was that finish? What was that? See, my expectations wasn't even that high. My expectations was low, but damn, it went lower. Like, I get it. They wanted to keep Bobby strong because Brock couldn't get out of the hurt lock, so he kicked him in the dick. But the match didn't even get in second gear. And I knew Bobby was winning, and I knew Brock wasn't going to take a pin, but at least get into second gear or something. It literally started off briefly, then they went into a finisher spam, and then Brock hit the low blow and then attacked the referee, and then F5 Bobby through the announce table, and then F5 the referee threw on the table and walked away. That was it. See, keep in mind, on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt was like the winner of Bobby and Brock run, but then it's like, run from what? This match is this feud ain't even finished. If this is how you're gonna end this feud, suck my dick. With all due disrespect, like, we're not dealing with this. And then Bray didn't even come out. Like, I see you, DM. Yeah, I'm gonna save all these memes. I ain't gonna front. I'm definitely gonna use that the one where he's smiling. So, but yeah, that entire, and then like you said, I was confused as hell when Bray didn't come out. That's what I'm saying. Bray didn't even bother to show up. What was the point? What was the point? I'm not even mad. It's more so like, that's it? Wow. Hey, I guess so. Whatever, man. Bobby won by disqualification. Will they finish it will they run it back at WrestleMania? Probably. Will I care as much? Probably not. Next up, we get the mixed tag team match. Edge and Beth Phoenix, the hometown hero or home country hero, being in Edge versus the Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. We got a "fuck you, Dominic" chant from the crowd, so they was red hot from this one from the start. Dominic was getting mega heat, so anybody who was a heel was getting heat. They slapped. I enjoyed the match in the beginning and in the end. It was a little awkward part where it felt like some people forgot their spots or whatever the case may be, but I didn't hate this match. I didn't hate this match, not one bit. I did not hate this match at all, and I enjoyed it for what it was. And I actually put on Twitter, I said, Beth Phoenix can literally, I feel, at least in my opinion, she can have another run in the women's in modern WWE. Same thing with Michelle McCool. I don't think I said it on the Royal Rumble post show, but I feel like she can have another run after this. Like, and man, that was like the match was. I didn't really care too much for the match because I'm over Edge and Edge versus Judgment Day. So hopefully that's the end of this. Some people saying they might run it back at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell. Fuck. I mean, if they do, they do. I don't know how they're gonna do it because I don't believe there's a stadium, or they'll find a way. But if it doesn't end at WrestleMania, I'm done. I'm done. But the match was solid for what it was, and you should check it out if you want to. And then let's talk about the co-main event of the evening, the men's Elimination Chamber match. This match was absolutely nuts. And I'm about to say, I might as well just tell you guys right here, right now, this match right here, outside of the main event, was my match of the night. That was my match of the night, the men's Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory defending the United States Championship against Bronson Reed, Johnny Gargano, Montez Ford, Seth freaking Rollins, and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. That was my match of the night outside of the main event. And man, it was insane, bruv. It was insane. They gave Montez some stuff. They gave Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano was in full takeover mode. They gave Seth freaking Rollins some stuff. They gave all these cats some heat. They gave Damian Priest, he was the big man, and Bronson Reed was the big man as well. And the crowd was reacting to every single thing you had. It was like my highlight of the night was Montez diving off of the roof of the chamber. That man was cooking. And I admit, myself and Swella picked Johnny Gargano to win. I wouldn't have been mad at Johnny Gargano winning. And I wouldn't be, and my second audible was Montez Ford. But man, they let Montez cook. I appreciate that. And this is, I've said it on Twitter, and I'm saying it again because I've saw some tweets. You can praise Montez Ford without shitting on Angelo Dawkins. They are both great at what they do. They are both going to kill it in a singles division if they decide to break up the team. But you ain't got to shit on one to get one over. Like, calling D'Angelo Dawkins Marty Jannetty is a fucking insult. Because Marty Jannetty is a piece of shit. We are never comparing Montez Ford to. We're never comparing Angelo Dawkins to Marty Jannetty. You said, did you hear that Edge accepted Austin Theory's open challenge? Oh, he had an open challenge. Was that a press conference? If that was at a press conference, I'm not really watching I don't watch the press conferences and stuff. But yeah, that was all I got to say about that. Like, don't compare. Oh, that's cool. At least he's moving on from the Judgment Day. I'm cool with that. So, all right, but I can see the Judgment Day probably screwing him out of the match. But yeah, Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But other than that, the entire match, like Bronson Reed, they protect the hell out of Bronson Reed. He took everybody's finishers. He took everybody's like Montez Ford got stomped, and then when Tez got eliminated, you had your boy Logan Paul hit a buckshot lariat on Seth freaking Rollins to cost him the United States Championship. So that is pretty much set in stone. That's going to be the match at WrestleMania. It's going to be Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. And I believe it was Sean Ross Sapp who said it'll be, he predicts that it's Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be against it. Mania looking good on paper. I would have gone to WrestleMania this year, but I don't have LA money. I have Detroit money, but I don't have LA money. I'm not broke, but I ain't rich either. So for those of you, for my people who going to who's going to WrestleMania, hopefully y'all have a good time. Wale Mania, I heard that's going to be a banger as well. But I believe that's all we got for the matches. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, this will be a short post-show review. We might do this more often. It might just be me going forward. It might be me and Swella, depending on if she's available or not. Let's keep the ball rolling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this post-show review. A lot of stuff went down. This show was not a bad show. I enjoyed it. The only dud was the Brock and Bobby. That kind of sucked the life out of me a little bit because I was more so confused than anything. But other than that, this show was fun. It was fun to talk about. It was fun to chat with people on social media. Speaking of social media, make sure you follow us at Gresh Unleashed, Josh Gresham ORG. That's mine. Swallow the Bandit 3. And make sure you that's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. At Twitch is at AO is Gresh. I'm gonna be back on Twitch, but this Gresh Unleashed podcast page on Twitch as well is gonna stay the same as well. That's my personal stuff. Make sure you guys check out Swallow. You said now it's time for Cody to beat Roman. Hey, if Cody does, like I said earlier, I said if they don't go the route, I feel like if Cody can afford to lose at WrestleMania, have Jay take the titles off Roman. I know people are tired of Roman as champion, but I feel like the final nail in his story should be Jay taking the titles off or Jay beating him altogether. So we'll see. That's the beauty behind it. You don't know what they're going with. You don't know where they're going. After tonight, Jay might be that guy. Like I said, Jay might be that guy. But make sure you guys follow us on social media at Gresh Unleashed. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you leave a rating if you haven't done so already. It helps the podcast out immensely. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Be breezy.